What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. It's Friday. We are down here, child. I'm trying to see down this road. The sun is right in the diva's left eye. I'm trying to see, honey. So we are down here to just talk about a little trending topics. You know, stuff that people have been talking about over the last week or so, or over this weekend or whatever. I have my tea, and I just realized that I did not even taste my tea. I was about to say I seasoned it. Girl, yeah, I seasoned my tea, and with a little creamer and a little honey, I just made a little chai tea. You know what I'm saying? Just a little chai tea or whatever. So let me taste my tea, and then I have notes, but my notes are all over the place because it was just like a stream of, girl, what's going on with the apple wine, girl? What is happening? Okay, shout out to 2 Chainz. He's a Virgo. Anyway, can you tell? Can you tell 2 Chainz is a Virgo? Okay, so we're down here. I'm trying to look at myself, child. I just slapped this little wrap up on top of the diva's head real quick. Y'all, my hair has already grown out. It has already grown out. My hair grows dumb fast. It's crazy. Okay, so let me read my notes. It's about Khloe. One is about Khloe. Oh, baby. And then if you did not watch it, oh, I have notes on it, but I don't have time to talk. Oh, it's about Dr. Romani was on Red Table Talk. Oh my God, it was about narcissists and how to identify and how to deal with, because remember, like I told y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's a personality disorder, so it does not change. So if you are going to remain in situations with loved ones or what have you, right? Because it's not always just easy to just leave one. Honey, me, I'll be like Nene. Child, I'll be ready. But it was good. She talked about narcissism, gaslighting, because we know, like, I love that Willow and Gammy were like, these are like the buzzwords right now. And they had little skits of people and behaving in a malignant narcissist, a covert narcissist, and someone who was gaslighting. Yeah, child, it was good. So I did not come down here to talk about that, baby. But whoever sent that to me, thank you so much. You know what I like. You know what I like. So, Latoya Ali and Adam Ali. Okay, so, and then Khloe. I have notes on Khloe. Where's Khloe? Okay, Khloe's right here. I'm going to see how fast we can talk about this. Let me turn the car off, and I know you like, Erica, you didn't taste your tea. Yes, I'm about to. Oh my God, it's so good. Don't you love when you make like coffee or tea or whatever your beverage of choice is in the AM, and you just get the formula with like the creamer and whatever you put in it, and you just get it so perfect. This is not it, but I love when I do that. But this is good though. But I love when it just hits your taste buds, and your taste buds be like, hey girl, yes, girl, you got it. And you feel real good all inside and stuff. Shout out to AM Beverages. Now, if it's some liquor or something, child, go talk to somebody. It's okay. We all have our vices. Okay. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. You're like, girl, you are 4 minutes in. We done already did all of that. I hope so. So it's Friday, and I wanted to talk about Latoya Ali. It's kind of a serious topic, but I related to, and kind of some of the things that they were talking about, I even wrote in my phone about it because it looked a little familiar to me. I just caught clips. I didn't watch all of Adam's things, and let me tell you something. My I guess knowledge of Latoya, I knew about Latoya Ali on YouTube, Latoya Forever. Okay, I knew about her and her family, but I'm not her demographic. So none of that interests me, none of it, okay? And then when I heard about it, they were like Latoya Ali, Drew Zadora, and they were like Latoya Ali, a YouTube influence, influencer, and they said Drew Zadora. They didn't say much about what she had done. I guess they didn't have enough on the IMDb. But I didn't even know who Drew Zadora. I was like, who is Drew Zadora? That name sounds so familiar. Who is that? And I still didn't know. I didn't even know that Drew Zadora was T-Boz until about 4 weeks ago. I did not know that was Drew Zadora's child. I didn't know. She was talking about somebody else's IMDb. Girl, get your weight up, okay? So Latoya Ali, I always knew that she was, come on, Nipsey. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. They, hold on. Yes, come on, pop at you lames, cause I'm sucker proof. Come on, Nip. Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Come on. Yes. Okay. So Latoya, all right, y'all. So it's a very serious topic because there were some allegations of abuse and assault within the marriage, RAPE. You know what I'm saying? So that's very serious, and you know what? Both of their experiences, we know, right? However, I'm just gonna read what I wrote. Okay, I'm just gonna read what I wrote. I said I believe that there's no love there at all. I don't believe that they love each other. I don't believe that they like each other. Just because you have kids with somebody doesn't mean that you like them or love them. There are thousands of people who can attest to that. That's number one. Number two is it is socially acceptable to say I still have love for the person I had children with. But for me, it's okay to say I don't like that motherfucker. Never didn't got into this situation too fast. I relate. I was involved with someone for about 3 years. I had children with the person, and it happened very fast. For half of the relationship, he was incarcerated. For like a year, I want to say like a year, he was incarcerated. I waited like a fool. Verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and then 7 days after giving birth to my second son prematurely, I was kicking him out, and I went to grab my keys from him, and he punched me in the face twice. So also, he used his religion and his faith of Islam as a tool of misogyny within the relationship, right? Okay. I've been there. If you've been on my channel for any length of time, you have probably seen how I tell the story. Every now and again, I share it. It's not something that I used to talk about it a lot. When something happens that's similar, then I talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? So I know what it's like to get into a relationship too fast, to use Islam as a way to control. I mean everything, okay, honey. The diva was a damn fool. I was in a fog, honey. I was covering and everything, honey. If I find a picture, I'll find a picture of me with my little hijab on and everything. Yes. And it was completely against who I was. It wasn't who I was, and I was with someone who had equally the amount of low self-esteem that I had. And so in order for him to feel in control, he had to make me feel not in control, right? And that's what happens. And you have a person with high energy and is vivacious and people are drawn to them, i.e. a Latoya. You can get in a relationship with a person too fast and they not really like your personality, but you're together, and so now I'm going to try to control your personality and change your personality. When I tell you that nigga was crazy, illogical, yes, I have kids with him, and I can say that, no, never was in love. When Latoya was asking, when they were asking, well, she wrote the questions clearly. Are they in love with each other? Were they in love? No, they're like, no, never was in love. I get it. I completely understood everything. I believe Latoya. I believe some of what Adam is saying, right? I believe he did get violent with her. I also believe that when he said he didn't hit her, he was telling the truth. She never said you hit her, bruh. She said you dragged her out of the bed and yoked her up. So I noticed that. That was the first thing I noticed. And when he said, I didn't hit her. Yeah, no, you didn't. She didn't say you did. So anyway, I don't know if anybody else caught that, but whatever. Anyways, it was the most stupid, illogical waste of time. That relationship that I was in was a waste of time. However, I was able to learn how to identify things I did not want to repeat, right? So that's like a lesson or whatever. With Latoya, I believe there's nowhere I can't say I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because she's the woman and we know how men operate in relationships and how they're socialized to manipulate situations in order to get what they want. And they lean right into that socialization. And so I believe that he was controlling. I believe he told her, I believe their families told them to get married for presentation. And they didn't love each other. Those you are watching. I'm going to read this. The same reason why he thinks, because I saw him mention something about her getting a firearm. I was hollering and screaming when Latoya said I showed him this is the gun. Like, nigga, she didn't say that. But I could see a man who was being abusive to a woman, right? And her bringing and saying, here, I bought a gun for the family to be safe. Yeah, nigga. Anyways, I said the same reason why he thinks she can be easily influenced to get a firearm and to do something unspeakable possibly is the same reason why he partnered with her. He thought he would be able to control her with his religious beliefs, in parentheses. I said he is not able to control her, so now he has a problem with her, and she clearly has a problem with him. They should not have been married in the first place. They have no love for each other, so it's easy to attack each other. You're watching two people attack each other. It's not like there's a foundation of love. There was a foundation of friendship. It was none of that. So it's like two strangers fighting, right? Like, I honestly feel like father of my children, I don't know him at all. I don't know nothing, nor do I want to. Nothing. Like, no. 3 years, and it was so funny because I was telling my therapist the other day, I was like, it's so crazy that in that relationship, it was 3 years, and it has changed my life. And you have to be mindful about your relationships, but just like I told somebody else on Twitter the other day, if you were in a different place, if I was in a different place, I'll speak for myself. If I was in a different healed space, the likelihood of me partnering with somebody like that would have been very, very low. When you're not in a good space, when your self-esteem is not the greatest, when you may not have support around, and somebody comes to you and they are nice, charismatic, or whatever, and well, in my situation, I also attribute it to me being in a different state. I was not around any support system, even though the support system proved that we never gonna leave the state if you need support. Child. Anyways, but things like that, you can tell why it's so easy for somebody to come at somebody the way that they are, because the relationship wasn't built on anything solid at all. So they have kids, and those two human beings don't know each other, nor do they like each other. I'm not going to act like that I had kids consciously. I was unconsciously coupling. I was unconsciously in that. I call it being in a fog. Like, and then the day that I realized I could come out of that fog. But then, honey, I have another story to tell, but that's another story for another day. So I said, so you're witnessing a dissolution. You're not witnessing the dissolution of a loving family. You're witnessing a relationship that evolved too quickly and predictably failed because two humans aren't a good match from the gate. But you're not able to recognize that because you're not in the right space. So many of us walk into relationships, and in retrospect, when you look at the relationship, you're like, I was not in the best space. And that's when you'd be like, oh, like attracts like. Yeah, you are calling those people. The frequency that you're putting out is determined about the people who are going to come into your realm and either harmonize with your frequency or match your energy. And they're not the best person. If you're vibrating low, they're more than likely vibrating low too. And you attracted that. And then you had kids with that. And then now you wondering like, I don't like this motherfucker. What the fuck? I would have never in another mind frame, in a healed space, would have never, child, please, ever, never. I said I think Latoya was honest in saying she saw value in him to help her raise herself up, and now she has 3 kids with him. Let's see. Let's see. She said she had to hide the Christmas tree, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you the most ignorant shit that I had to deal with. These niggas be thinking that they're so smart. They also think that they're smarter than you. That's the crazy part. And they be saying the dumbest shit. I remember with my children, first child, right? I, in my life, never wanted to have children, but I had kid names, right? I did not get to name the children that I wanted to name them if I were to ever have children, because I was in a relationship where I was being controlled and also trying to appease someone as to not make them angry, right? So I was in that type of situation. So he wanted our children to have 4 letters in their name. And I remember telling my mother about this. He wanted our children to have 4 letters in their name because he has a child from a previous relationship who has 4 letters in his name. And he didn't want the children to think or to feel jealous or to feel like the other one was better than the other one because they had more letters in their name. So both of my children have 4 letters in their name because of that reason. I can't wait to actually tell them that story. And yes, I know you're probably like, girl, that's crazy. Yes, bitch, it's crazy. That's the level of immaturity. That's the level of intelligence. That was just, I'm like, girl, if you were in a healed space, that's why it took me a long time to forgive myself, because I'm an otherwise brilliant person, and I'm not going to, I accept it and I'm brilliant, okay? And when I got into that relationship, I felt so stupid, right? You know how I feel about dumb women. You know how I feel. And I was in that space, right? And I was so mad at myself, like, girl, you done let this motherfucker hustle you, like, oh! Like, I was so mad. I used to be so mad. And then when I got into therapy, I learned how to forgive myself for making that choice. It wasn't about him. It was like, girl, how could you do that? Girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, let's talk about another dummy. Khloe. Why is my steering wheel like this? Hold on. Y'all didn't tell me my steering wheel was crooked. Khloe. Let's talk about Khloe. So that's what I feel about Latoya and them. It's like you watching 2 people fight. It's like watching Portia and Kenya fight and they had kids together. That's what Adam and Latoya are giving you. He was lying, talking to Tasha K. I could just look at his facial expressions and see he was not telling the truth. But then there were some parts where he was telling the truth. And it's funny because they do that. They mix truth. And I believe that what she was doing to him, I believe those stories. I believe both of them. I believe some of what he was saying. You understand what I'm saying? Because nobody really ever admits to the dumb shit that they did in a relationship, especially if there is an abuse allegation, right? In my situation, the story from his perspective is that I'm a big girl, right? And I'm at the time 5'5", 190 pounds, and this person is 6'3", over 300 pounds probably. Yeah, probably over 300 pounds. I'll put it like this. He was a bouncer at, what's the compound? Okay, and I was 7 days postpartum and was punched in the mouth twice, right? And the story that he tells is that you're a big girl. Yeah, I'm a big girl, but I ain't taking niggas down at the club, nigga. What the fuck? And yeah, and I could laugh about it now, but when you think about it, like, that's crazy. That shit is crazy. And they will tell a story. Oh, I was assaulted by my brother, right? He tells the story as he was approaching me that I kicked at him. Okay, you're coming at me in an aggressive way, and I feel like I'm in danger. Am I just supposed to stand there and allow you to choke me until my eyes roll into the back of my head? Absolutely not. I come from a tribe where we defend ourselves, right? Just like the nigga who hit me in the mouth, I broke the glasses off his face. I'm not going to lay there. I don't think any woman, if it depends on their personality, it depends on like the soul really is when you decide that you like, oh, I'm fighting back. Some women take a while to fight back. Me, don't put your fucking hands on me. We are going to be fighting. I'm not going to be the one, oh my God, yes, but if you come at me, I'm definitely going to defend myself. But my brother tells a story that I kicked at him as he was approaching me to choke me, and people had to pull him off of me in front of my children and all of our family members. But he tells the story that I kicked at him when he was walking towards me. That's why when I see men tell stories about how they, or if they've been accused of abuse, when I watch them tell the stories, you got to hear what they said, right? I ain't never hit Latoya. She didn't say you hit her, bruh. She never said you hit her. Never. Go back and listen to what he said he never did, and then go back and listen to what she said he did. He never admitted. He never said he didn't do what she said she did. He said he didn't do something she didn't even accuse him of. So let's get to Khloe. I don't have a lot of time. I said basically Khloe is a victim of what she profits from. The beauty industry, the weight loss industry. It is designed to center being desirable for fickle men. Okay, we're just going to say it. Changing your entire body to love themselves more or be desirable. In 2019, the cosmetic industry made $49.2 billion in revenue. All right. Last year, because of COVID, there was a dip in the weight loss industry, 2 to 3%. But in 2019, the weight loss industry made $78 billion in revenue. Last year, we saw elective surgeries fall 17%. Khloe there's a Latin quote. I don't know how to say it in Latin, but I know Angelina Jolie has a tattoo. I know I'm random today, y'all, but Angelina Jolie has a tattoo on her body that says, "What nourishes me destroys me." And that is what is happening to Khloe in our faces. You have altered your body. And the crazy part is you've altered your body to be desirable, and you are attracting a certain type of man who isn't treating you any better. So you're changing your body from a lack of self-love. You think your love is going to be filled through an external source of a man, and you just changing, and he ain't changed nothing on his body. Do you hear me? Not one thing. And he's not treating you any better. Look how Tristan Thompson treats her. And all the other men before that we didn't really know about, because Khloe used to be kind of silent about who she was dating. And she also used to be intolerant to the bullshit her sisters were going through. But then she realized she can attract a certain type of man. She was smart enough to lie. Let me shut up. She was smart enough to lie and say she wasn't able to conceive with Lamar, because as he is an athlete, nobody wants the babies of a drug addicted athlete. Sorry, not sorry, but that was smart, honey. If one thing Khloe gets from me is a kudos for being on birth control and acting like, oh, I don't know, I can't have babies. I just can't do it. I don't know. And as soon as Lamar is out the picture, here come Tristan Thompson, you pop up pregnant, girl. All of a sudden, everything is healed, right? Khloe got on the picture. To me, the picture, I was like, everybody keeps saying it was cute. It looked like a girl on a vacation with no makeup on. However, she was like 12 shades lighter. The curves were not as pronounced and accentuated as they are in her pictures. We know what they do to their images. We know, but you're also profiting off the thing that is killing you, girl. That's the crazy part. And what's even crazier, she's not going to stop. She's not going to stop. You and your sisters have ushered in this body dysmorphia, this idea that a body is supposed to look a certain way and you can achieve it naturally through exercise and just eating salads all day out of bowls, honey. No. And then you're going to get on the TV later and be like, this is my real body. Actually, the picture that she posed of herself, she was holding her breast. I thought that was Kim. I was like, what's Kim posting naked pictures for? Are she trying to say, like, are you in solidarity with your sister? We love our bodies. Girl, no, y'all don't. And like 1,000 and thousands and thousands and what, $49 billion worth of women don't like their bodies either. So the same thing that you are suffering from, you're also profiting from it too. That's the mind fuck. And you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop. And I was thinking yesterday, I posted on Twitter, this is a 30-something-year-old woman, mid-30s. She's in her mid-30s. Can you imagine your nieces and nephews and your daughters and your granddaughters and grandsons with their smartphones and access to IG, what their little brains are wrapping around how an ideal body is supposed to look like? These are grown-ass women fucked up. But now you have children who have access. And I'm not going to say, I have body image issues too. Probably you too. All of us have had issues. There's no reason why this is $1 billion industry. They profit on us not being satisfied with what we look like, right? And then somebody said, well, the quality of the women change. That's why the men change. No. As much as you want to say women are this and women are the choosers and this is still a patriarchy. And what will happen is there is a demand and there will be a supply to meet the demand. Okay? And it's a never-ending cycle. But you are supplying to a demand of niggas who will fuck anything. It don't matter what you look like. I'm just saying, these niggas are not choosy. Look at fucking Khloe. You done switched your body up. You done went into an early labor because your nigga is on TV embarrassing you and humiliating you. And you done switched your body up and you right back with the same nigga. Right back. Treating you the same way. Everybody treating the same way. You can look at K. Michelle. She done switched her body up. She will admit what she was trying to do. She was trying to be attractive, to be desirable. Almost killed herself. These women are out here killing themselves to be desirable to men who don't care what you look like. They don't give a fuck what you look like. And that's why y'all be so pressed because you went out and had $50,000 worth of cosmetic surgery and he go cheat on you with the girl who's shaped like a goddamn refrigerator. Woo, I'd be mad too. I would be mad too. But I could understand, listen, honey, I'm going down to the damn consultation. I'm going to be like, look, if you want to do what you want to do and you want to do it for yourself, but the majority of women are attempting to make themselves desirable. Can you imagine little girls and little boys on the internet? They got IG accounts and everything like that. You can see what the little boys like, right? And they like girls who don't look nothing like the little girls who are looking at the little boys who have been taught you need to vie for the attention of this little boy. And this little boy is paying attention to porn and paying attention to video games and tapping on girls with bodies that are not attainable by these little 12 and 13 and 14-year-old girls. So what do they start to do? Figuring they're not happy with themselves. They did it in Cuties. Remember that movie Cuties? And y'all tried to say it was about pedophilia and all this other shit. No, it was about little girls trying to succumb to what little boys and their peers basically are doing by way of social media and how that is influencing them. If a 35-year-old woman can go out here, 40-year-old women, 50, I don't give a damn, practically lay on tables elective surgery to make themselves look away so they can feel confident about themselves, and that confidence attract, I don't know, who are you attracting? Tristan Thompson? Is he worthy? That's like when, honey, I know I'm all over the place, but when Rodney said that if he was Courtney and Khloe, he would change them babies' last names to Kardashian, I said yes, absolutely, because Disick don't carry no weight and Thompson definitely don't have no equity in it, honey. Change them babies' names to, that would be true Kardashian, honey. Honey, I would not. What? And that's what you went out and attracted. You did all of that. And then we all have body. Yes, we do. But don't act like you're not making money off of it, bitch. Don't act like you're not. You had a whole show called Revenge Body where you made these people believe that they needed to work out when your ass was laying on a fucking table. You know how many people are taking out loans to alter their body? Girl, I'm done talking. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other and protect your energy. We are down here, and we're not about to be down here. I'm about to go. All right, peace.